104.5 The Team, your home for New York sports. Our buddy Scott Marr, head coach of the UAlbany lacrosse team, joins us now. Tough loss, but a close one, 10-9 to Cuse.
Yeah, it was. I thought we played at a pretty high level. I thought the game was played at a pretty high level. Both teams were pretty careful with the ball, not many turnovers. Had good pace to it for sure. Again, we played well. We were up. Unfortunately, it was like deja vu of the playoff game last year. We were up at halftime, then we went down in the third quarter, then we went back ahead in the fourth quarter, and then games tied with 9-9 with 6 seconds to go, and then unfortunately they squeaked one by us to win with a second to go. So it was a tough way to end it because I thought we were putting ourselves in a position to go to overtime and give ourselves a shot to win the game there. But we had the ball in the last 2 minutes also, and we got off a shot that didn't make it to the goal. We got blocked, and then they got possession. So, but again, I thought we played very well. We competed very well with a very athletic team, and in a tough environment to play in.
Part of me wants to pick on your new goalie because everyone I've talked to loves this kid, loves him. And I say new. I know he's been on the team. Yeah. But, a tough one squeaks by him. Is this the kind of loss that is actually going to benefit him throughout the season? Yeah,
it should. He got a lot of experience for sure. Anytime you're opening up with a team like Syracuse, in the past we've opened up with Hopkins. So, the guys have to come out of the gates, ready to play. And I thought JD really prepared himself well all week and in our preseason. And, he has 13 saves during the game. So there's a couple saves in there, too, that he makes, early on that could have been goals that he prevented. So, it could have went either way. The last one was a tough one. It just kind of went down a little bit too early, and and it went inside pipe on him. But again, if he doesn't make 2 or 3 of those saves earlier in the game, it might not be a 1-goal game at the end of the game. So, you got to tip your hat to him for the effort that he put in and for the leadership he showed, as a first year starting goalie.
Yeah, you know me. I gotta start trouble.
That's all good.
Scott Marr with us, the head coach of UAlbany lacrosse on 104.5 The Team.
Coach, not only you start with a top-ranked Syracuse team that was ranked 6th, but in 2 weeks you're going to host top-seeded Maryland. I know you don't want to look too far ahead, but what are you looking for in that game? Because that's just before you guys start conference play.
Yeah, again, we don't want to look too far ahead. We have Drexel this weekend down in Maryland, and down in Philadelphia. But certainly bringing Maryland here, having a home game, having Maryland's that's the highest-ranked team that's ever come to play in Albany. We go to Syracuse every year. We used to go to Hopkins every year. Now Maryland's doing us right by coming up and playing us up here. But that's a game again where we have it has huge implications for us for playoff positioning and rankings and stuff throughout the course of the year. Obviously, it's a quality win if we can get it. So it helps us down the road for that at-large bid if it's needed at the end of the season.
Coach, how do you keep from looking to Maryland? Like you just said, you got to go down to Philly, play Drexel, but it's if I'm on that team, if I'm the kids, and we just had such a great game against Cuse, I like to bust on you about it being a loss, but it was a great game. How do I not go? All right, now I got a team of that caliber on my home field. How do you keep from doing that?
Yeah, I think it's the old cliche of one game at a time, and we've certainly we've taken that mentality on. We have a this year we have a ladder that we have in our locker room, and each rung is our next game. And right now, the next game is just Drexel, and that's on the second rung, up the ladder, and we don't have anything above that. So we're kind of each rung takes us through the season. We have 14 rungs and 14 regular season games, and we put up that sticker, and that's the only thing that the kids are looking at each week. That's all we talk about. We're focused on just what we can control this week and the game at hand, and we never want to overlook anybody. Drexel's a very good team. UMass is a very good team the next week, so you can't overlook anybody before you play them or while you're playing them even, and so we're just kind of taking that mentality of one game at a time, and so far so good. We've done it through our first 3 games, our 2 preseason games, and our Cuse games. So we're going to take that same approach.
Coach, you have big teams. Syracuse, obviously, Maryland coming to you guys, and you guys have won the America East, I believe it's 4 straight years at this point. Mm-hmm. Is there any team that you are looking at in the America East now that you could be, I want to say worried about, but you definitely has your eye?
Vermont, definitely. Vermont brings back pretty much their whole core of their team from last year that went to the finals in our conference tournament. They've brand new coach this year, but they're already off to a 3-0 start, I think, or 3-1. So already playing better. Very skilled team over the last couple of years. They've really recruited some good solid skill position guys, some guys who can put the ball in the goal, some Canadians. So they're definitely a team I think that's on the rise in our conference. And then Stony Brook again is always going to be a tough go. It's just a good rivalry game for us. And Hartford too. Hartford brings back a lot of teams. I mean, a lot of guys from their team from last year as well. So, our conference games are always competitive. I don't care what conference that you're in. You play non-conference stuff, but when you get into your conference, whether teams are 0-5 or whatever their record might be, conference games just have a different different kind of feel to them because they mean so much more. You're fighting for that home field advantage for the playoffs, and then you're fighting for obviously that automatic qualifier at the end. So you can't, like I said, you can't take anybody for granted. You gotta be ready for each one. And when we get into our conference stuff in a couple of weeks, we'll certainly, like I said, we'll be prepared and we'll be ready to go.
All right, Coach. Just so you know, we're working on it where we're going to be out there a lot more. We're going to pay a couple visits to your field while you're playing. I mean, I'm looking at that Maryland game. It's in my sights. I think we might be there live to help cheer everybody on.
Oh wow, that'd be awesome. Yeah, definitely. We're trying to get as many people out there as we can. Again, it's as high as you can get, highest level lacrosse. That we play in collegiate lacrosse. And bringing a team that's been to the finals 3 out of the last 4 years here, a national power for a long time now. So, and plus for me, it's really it's a really neat thing too. I coached at the University of Maryland before I came here to Albany, so it's nice to have those guys come up. And Coach Tillman and I are pretty good friends and have a good relationship. So I'm excited to get them up here.
So Saturday, March 11th, there's still tickets available. I say we just pack the joint. We just pack it.
Let's do it.
And make noise. I mean, we got to help you kind of rub their noses in the fact that we were able to steal you away.
Yeah, I got it. I definitely, like I said, love to get that thing packed out and get people there and get some excitement going and create a nice atmosphere and and show people in this area what great lacrosse is.
Coach Scott Marr, we appreciate your time. Best of luck versus Drexel, and I think you're going to see me there. I'm going to be there for the Maryland game.
Let me know, babe. Let me know.